Hey guys, it's Steph with DebtFreeSpending.com, and we are here for with your Daily Dime today. And we want to talk today about budgeting, and we're going to talk about how your budget is your spending plan and how to create a surplus in your budget. And so we're going to make this as fast as possible, and hopefully if you have gone to DebtFreeSpending.com before and gone to the right hand side, scroll down to the family binder, and you will see, if you click on that, that we have budgeting materials there as well that go into your family binder. We have a monthly budget plan, we have a financial freedom plan, which we've already talked about. So moving on, your income is the first thing you need to know to establish your budget. If you don't know how much you're making, then you definitely don't know how much you should be spending. And so the first thing, this is a mock budget that I made up, and the first thing that you need to know is your income. So once you get your pay stubs together, find out how much you're making per month, find out what your income is per month, and this is your net income, okay? So if your net income is, let's say, $5,500, then you're gonna start listing all of your bills that you pay every month and about their average. So your mortgage, you know, if you have rent or you have a mortgage, you'll put that here. If you have escrow, you don't need to include an extra thing for your property taxes. But if you don't have escrow, then you'll want to add a line in your budget that says property taxes. And so we're trying to capture what you spend, what you definitely spend every month, meaning your definite bills, the things that you know that you have to pay month after month. And so most families have either rent or mortgage. They have utilities, which are your trash, sewer, garbage, all those kind of things. Where we live, we have a borough, all that's rolled into one. Your cell phones, if you have a smartphone, normally it's about $80 per phone. Your car insurance, maybe you have life and disability insurance, maybe you have daycare expenses or alimony or child support, and then like our Comcast here is like our cable bill. So that includes our phone, our internet, and our cable as well. So this is like a mock thing where these are all the things you'd be paying every month, and if you're going to do the same thing on yours, and then you're also going to have to add all your debts that you owe every month. So we're not going to get too much to paying off your debt today. We're talking truly just about creating surplus in your budget. But let's say you also had some credit card bills here, you know, yada yada. So our total is $25.90, and if $25.90 is our definite outgoing bills, then that means that we have about, let me make sure I did that right, $29.10 left over for the rest of our budget. So the other things that are definites, but not necessarily a set amount like a regular bill, is your food budget, your gas budget, and then these are the definite things you have to have, and then the extra things, and medical as well. But then there are extra things like vacation, Christmas. These are kind of those things that maybe fluctuate in price every year. So what you want to do is basically track your food spending for a couple weeks and figure out what you spend every month. Track your gas spending every week for about a month. So you want to get like a monthly average for these two. And then vacation, maybe you already know that every year you go to a condo that costs $1,200 a year. Maybe your condo is exactly $1,200. You divide $1,200 by 12 months, and your monthly amount you should be setting back would be $100 for your vacation based on a $1,200 condo for a week at the beach. Okay, now that's not including your food budget for when you go to the beach, or maybe extra entertainment budget. But you need to start thinking about all these things. And so some people keep track of this stuff just on paper and pay all their bills out of their checking account, where some people like the envelope system where you deal just in cash. That's entirely up to you whether or not you're going to do an all cash system, or whether you're going to do just a paper budget or maybe an online budget. A lot of people use budgeting software and different things that they use. Sometimes I just use Excel in addition to the budget that we have in our family binder that we keep. Like I said, there's some free printables at our website, DebtFreeSpending.com. If you go to the family binder, you'll see that we have some free budget and finance printables for you as well. So once you get past all of the things that really occur like on a regular annual basis, you want to think about little things that you might not be thinking about. Like our pool membership each year where we live in the borough is around basically $200, and so we have to think about dividing that by 12. And then our AAA membership, that's like maybe, I don't know, like around $100 a year. And so these two numbers need to be divided by 12 to get a monthly spending amount. Also with the medical, luckily for our insurance, we have like a system we can log into that shows us exactly how much we've spent over the last several months. And so I just kind of go through and get an average of how much we spend per month on medical expenses. We also do have an FSA, but this last year the baby's been so sick we've gone over our FSA budget. So then what you want to do is, if you're not creating a surplus, that's where the problem lies. If you don't have extra money coming in to be able to save, then something here needs to change. Whether it's you making decisions like, hey, I'm not going to get crab legs at the store this week. I'm not going to get the more expensive meat. And I'm not going to spend as much on Aunt Polly for Christmas. And I'm not going to get AAA this year. And you've got to decide where you're going to start slashing to create a better budget where you can create a surplus, which means that you can be saving or paying off debt. This is the average American problem, and I know a lot of people know this. And I know as a teacher, I'm a teacher by day, and I can sit up here and teach this to you, but a lot of people know this, but they don't do it. That's the difference. We're hoping with the Daily Dime, we're hoping with DebtFreeSpending.com that we can teach you how to create a surplus on an ongoing basis and actually do it. So the first step is to sit down and write out how much you spend every month on your budget, figure out how much income you have coming in, and then start dividing everything by 12 and figuring out how much you need to be putting back every month for all of these different expenses, okay? The other thing I want to say before we go is that when you finally get your expenses less than what you have bringing in, and I mean all of your expenses, then you can start saving because you have a surplus, okay? So I've said this a couple times now. We're looking to create a surplus in your budget. If you missed our Daily Dime from the other day, print out our Financial Freedom Plan, and we have all the steps to becoming debt-free and that we've been following. We're debt-free other than our house. So we're showing you on that video and in that printable that you can print out all the steps that you need to become debt-free, and the things that we've done, the steps that we've followed as well, and that's how we will eventually hopefully even be free on our mortgage. So, hope you guys are having a great day. Check us out, DebtFreeSpending.com.